I feel like my lunch money is up for grabs. Like I've got a target drawn on the kick me sign on my back and my glasses are taped in the middle to fix a crack and my stellar report card is emblazoned on my short sleeve button down shirt and I'm looking down at the ground as I walk through a gamut of enemies poised to descend on me, surrounded by a crowd of chanting onlookers waiting for the carnage to ensue. And despite the fact that the path is roadblocked and chock full of obstacles, I walk through hallways daily, passing by bullies attempting to pull me into confrontations constantly. But I get by, knowing that the ends justify defying the mean and uncaring minions who think I want millions. I don't. I just want to teach. I mean, I know that an offensive approach is the flashiest and most satisfying for audiences, but I'm practicing self-defense. I'm actually helping them understand by telling them what I am and that I am proud to be exactly that. I only look down to acknowledge my foundation and start pacing myself to run marathons daily because this job keeps going amidst whatever they're throwing. I'm trying to avoid or fend off the blows of those who pretend to know exactly what, how, and why I do what I do, but they don't. They make up stories and spread comments and rumors, but honestly, that won't distract me from blocking and catching their slings and shots that are sent my way from everyone, from politicians to my neighbors, and still making sure that their children are smart enough to be whatever they want to be one day because that is what I care about. I keep hearing how it's so absurd that teachers keep demanding what they don't deserve because teachers are basically working class nerds, which is one of the more polite names that I've heard. But it's alright, I can take it. I work harder than every homework assignment that I give to help kids become smarter and work harder and go farther than they even know that they can. And I hope that you get this. I'm not teaching to get rich. Teaching to get rich is like fighting a broken vending machine to get smart. It doesn't make sense because it won't make change. And besides that, it sounds silly. We don't do this to be rich. We do this to enrich. So what I earn is not just based on what they learn, but what they turn into. And if you truly believe that molding those who hold the world in their palms is not a noble and necessary profession worth respecting, then tell me what is. We reach into the future from right now when it's hard to write down exactly what teaching means to me because it's written in a language of gratitude and the attitudes of those who recognize the importance of the people who dedicate themselves to changing the world by building the vessels that inherit it. I teach so that knowledge will be passed on by those who would try to. That's part of the magic that I do. Multiplicity. I make more of me, so that even when I'm gone, the knowledge will survive long after. I'm looking for chances to make differences daily, so whatever I have or can do, I share. And when I get loud or my brows point down, my students know that it's only because of how much I care. I bring home a backpack daily, filled with my classroom, barely can lift it. Now I know how Atlas feels, shouldering the world. I produce the most important export that exists. I teach. And I want to let every teacher know that I don't care about the kind of school in which you teach, but if you teach like lives depend on it, and they do, then we are allies. And I want to let every parent know that we are all synapses, and if one collapses and stops working, then the receptors stop receiving what they're needing and start feeding off of alternative and often toxic sources, leading to more divorces between students and education, and I want to lower that divorce rate. And do whatever it takes to keep kids committed to learning and raise the engagement level for learners to turn them to passionate beings who, seeing what needs to be done, act. I'm not seeking to speed down streets in an expensive sports car, nor a sports star's surely warranted salary. I'd be satisfied with enough to live comfortably and safely with students who recount important conversations after having shown their report cards to their family. This is why I teach, because your child's present and future mean more to me than any of the past or present opinions you've held about me. So I remain dedicated no matter how much you doubt me, because truthfully, even you wouldn't be able to do your job without me. So in defense of all of those who work in classes, alongside the working masses of working class, I hope that at some point you find it's worth battles fought inside and out of the classroom too. Because truly, teachers, the best chance we have against failing the future is you.